Peace and light, family. My name is Oyemi, and welcome to my channel. As you can see, as always, I'm out in nature. This is only for those who are ready. Are you ready? Like literally, are you ready to take that leap into the life that you know you deserve? You don't want to constantly be triggered. You don't want to constantly have to think about these things ahead of time and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and what ifs and revisiting your past. You want to live in the present. So are you ready? Because if you're ready, this is for you. See yourself positively. Really. See yourself in a positive way. See yourself in the most unique way possible. I had to have a talk with my inner child and ask her what did she need during that time, and I began giving it to her. So if she wasn't getting enough hugs, if she wasn't heard, I made sure that I'm heard now. I made sure my voice, I don't silence my voice, so I speak my truth. I speak my truth. And I speak with integrity and honesty, because I'm not going to lie about something. You know what I'm saying? It's my perspective, so I would never say that, no, that didn't happen. I'll say, that's your perspective. Because again, you can have 4 people go through the same exact situation, and all 4 people come out completely different. Trust me, I'm one of 5. All of us came out completely different. 3 don't even remember. 1 went through a whole lot more than I did. But I came out triumphant. I didn't allow my circumstances to mold me or shape me into the person I knew I wasn't destined to be. I am who I am now because I did the work. So allow your triggers to be your friend. You get triggered, allow people to also know there are certain things that are triggering to you. Some people don't know what they don't know. So allow them to give them the space to say, hey, this is a trigger for me. You don't have to go through your whole story, but just say this is a trigger. And when people know that there's a trigger, they can take you away from that particular area and put you in a better environment. Okay, so if you're triggered, what do you need? That's all you gotta do. When I'm triggered, I need to see water. I need to be sung to. My favorite song is X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? My favorite song right now is The Voices, which is Cheers to Life. That's my favorite song. So if I'm depressed, if I'm going through something, if something is bringing me down, I put that on in a heartbeat. Cheers to Life. You know, another one is one of my favorite songs is Nipsey Hussle. You know, that's How I Knew. And Bigger Than Life by Nipsey Hussle. You know, and there are a whole plethora of people that I go to for my music to kind of get me up. If I'm really, really in a bind and I can't get myself out and there's nobody around, sometimes you have to be your own rescue. So if you want to rescue yourself, you can't be a rescue to someone else. You can't be somebody else's life vest or their lifeline if you can't rescue yourself. Just like you can't, if you don't know how to swim, you can't go get someone who's drowning unless you know how to swim, because then you're both gonna drown. Or you come out there with your life vest on, and guess what? You also got a lifeline for them. You're not leaving them out there. You got this lifeline here. Here's this lifeline, and both of y'all paddling back to safety. So a lot of ways to move through trauma and triggers is honestly kind of know yourself. One of the things that I have learned in order to get through your traumas and your triggers is to find out what the trauma is, what the trigger is, and understand they're going to come in different ways. I've experienced a lot. I've only told you 2 things. There have been plenty of things in life when I'm triggered, like for SPS. I may be good one day and I'm walking and I'm good. Next day, I may have to use this, which I am learning to make peace with. And it's been challenging. I will say that. It's been challenging. But with it, it has allowed me to befriend it. It allowed me to befriend the autoimmune disorder. And I will say that each day I'm able to consciously accept myself with that diagnosis that they gave me that I don't agree with, because I do believe that it's just trauma stored in my body just because of certain things that have happened to me, and I could go down the list. I just don't need to. But because I have actually done the work and I have actually figured out what my triggers were. Like one of the things, I had a drowning experience 3 times, all before the age of 18. I saw water one day, and what SPS does, it can stiffen you up. And I'm walking just fine, and I said, "Oh, water. I'm gonna put my feet in there." My body said, "Oops," and I fell forward. I had no control over it. I could not stop myself, even if I wanted to, because I was not near anything that could hold me. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I had this thing, this bad boy contracted. So it wasn't even like it was ready just in case. You know what I'm saying? So all I could do was fall. But I got back up. I got back up. And then I recall, oh wow, I need to learn how to swim. I can swim. So I tell myself, I can swim. And I start taking swimming lessons. I can swim. I can swim. So I start telling myself these things, and I learned, oh, that's a trauma response. Okay, let me go ahead and fix that, because that's my body. That's a trigger. That water was a trigger. So just like the popping of grease, popping the grease in a domestic violence situation, that's also, that used to be a trigger for me too. I would not fry no food, ever. It took a long time for me to start frying food again. You know, it took a good minute, and it was so delicious when I actually had some. I was just enjoying. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But that's one of the ways to get through it, and give yourself some grace. Like I said, this is a community. This is a tribe with the vibe, okay? There is no one size fits all. Let me know in the comments some of the things that you may have dealt with, or that you're actually healing from. If you're triggered, find the reason why you're triggered. Once you find the reason why you're triggered, then you can kind of take steps back. You want to revisit and revise your story. One of the things I also was taught was, within that particular situation that caused trauma, can I find one thing that I can say enhanced my growth, help me grow, help me learn, or what did I become because of that? And one of the things I came up with through therapy, of course, and through actual revision and just going within a lot, you know, doing a lot of shadow work, was that I am strength, I am confident, and I am worthy. Those 3 things. Because within all those things, domestic violence was very prominent in my life since I was a kid. That's all I saw. I never saw healthy love, so I couldn't tell you what healthy love looked like, but I knew what I wanted to feel. So therefore, all I could do was just dream about healthy love and see it on TV through cartoons, or how families were in love with each other. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I was just able to take away something that helped me personally, you know? So like, again, I took away that I'm strength and I'm confident. When you take back power, you become the victor. You are the warrior that you were always meant to be. Okay, pause it. Reflection time. What did I say that spoke to you? What are some things that you think you could take away from it? Because we deep diving, I have to do 2 parts. Yes, you heard me. 2 parts. You know, get my exercise in while I'm doing it. 2 parts. Because I really do want you to understand traumas and triggers and how to identify them and slowly work with them. Just side note, I love the way this butterfly is flying, you know, just my wings, metamorphosis. And this was not intentional. the curtains was, but me standing here wasn't. Yes, these are curtains. Segue. Are you ready? Let's go to part two. All right.